Yo, what's going on? This is your man Ryan Righteous, and this is the Independent Artist Spotlight. I'm sitting down today with Big Fil from Jacksonville, Duval. Stand up. He's in the building. He's got the new album Bear out right now, so we're gonna get into that conversation. He's also got the Praise on the River party coming up. So that's gonna be exciting, man. With Jacqueline Carr, he's on a heat run, y'all. So we're gonna get all into it. Plus, I gotta figure out how he's moving this merch, man. This merch line is going crazy. All right, you're in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's get into it. Big Fil from Jacksonville. What's up, fam?
What's going on, man? What's good? What's good, baby? What's happening,
Man,
Ryan?
I feel like this is just kindred spirits coming into the building, man.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It's been a minute, but it's always been love, brotherhood.
Yes,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Good to see you, man.
You too, man. Definitely, man. Definitely.
Oh, bruh, like, first of all, it's so many things to talk about, man. I guess right now, you're on a heat run. You got the team in full swing,
Yeah,
bruh.
we're trying to go hard. We're trying to make sure we cover all ground,
Oh
bro.
my gosh. And then you got the merch line,
Yeah.
the new album.
Yeah.
God has been good.
He's been good,
He's
man.
faithful.
Yeah, he's been faithful. The album, came out 24th of October, and we just been trying to make,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, make waves, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bear, it's been probably one of my most anticipated projects in a long time.
Crazy.
I'm grateful that, you know what I'm saying, God still, allow people to anticipate Big Fil and
Yeah.
what he got to say, and you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So it's been real good, and some of the best music I made. I know artists like to say that all the time, but
Man,
this is really
no.
like the best music I've ever made, because it's just coming from a different place, coming from
Yeah.
a place of therapy,
Mm-hmm.
healing, all of that stuff, man. Going from brokenness to bravery, bro. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And that's what the core of the project is about, making sure people understand that they can find healing through God and therapy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
No, that's crazy, bro. And I gotta be biased, man. My favorite track is Fairy Tales of a Few, because it's featuring my boy Plain James. Featuring
Yeah,
Plain
yeah,
James,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Talk about the mood of the album, bro. Like, bear it all, man.
Yeah.
It's such a big mantra in our space. Like,
Yeah.
we bear all of it right before the Lord.
Yeah.
We give it all over to Him. We lay it at the altar. We don't take on these burdens, man. But when we do feel the weight of those burdens,
Yeah.
talk about what it's like to go through like a therapeutic way of, I guess, transforming that pain.
I think people, you know what I'm saying, like especially when you're a Christian, you have all these Bible quotes and this word that tells us to bear it all, to
Yeah.
cast our cares, and you know what I'm saying, that he says yoke is easy and his burden, like bring everything unto him. And I think what the elephant in the room and what's very taboo is that we really don't be doing that. We really be
Right.
carrying our weight, you know what I mean? And we don't realize how much God is saying, bring it to me. But sometimes, we need help. And God has put gifts in the earth in so many aspects. And one of those is people sitting with you that are educationally in tune with understanding your psyche, your mind, how mental wellness and mental illness affects you and your body, affects your well-being, affects how you live life. And he put people like counselors and therapists in our paths to help us walk that out.
Right.
And to do the work, to do the hard work
Right.
of releasing and letting go, you know what I mean? So that you can find healing, so that you can find peace in your heart and in your mind, and that you're not stretched beyond what you think you can handle and feel like you can't be repaired. Like, there's really a real sense of bearing it all, saying, God, here's all of this. Now help me to navigate this through my life so that I can find peace. You know what I mean?
Do you know why we struggle with that? Like, have you pinpointed as to why we take on the burdens, why we take on the worry, why we take on the care, for me, everyone keeps saying, you just got to surrender.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to surrender. And I'm like, but I don't even know what total surrender looks like.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that process of like what total surrender looks like and how to instruct other Christians on how to do that?
Yeah, I think it's a couple of things of why we struggle to actually let go and really release and surrender. It's because of acceptance, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is is that we go beyond people pleasing into a form of acceptance, and you
that's
just really
good.
want to be accepted. The problem is that you're presenting something that's really not you. You know what I'm saying? There's another aspect, which is the daily grind of life and what we see when it comes to social media. Social media has given everybody a doorway to our lives, you know, and everybody can see your struggle, your pain, your wins, your losses. The problem is everybody posting their wins. It's a whole lot of people not posting their losses. But then when you get a loss post, you know, that's what really happens. And because this generation is not used to losing, they don't know what a loss is. You know what I mean? We've living in a day now to where loss is like, you know, it's something abnormal, and people lose every day. You are not successful in life without losing first, without failing, without stumbling, you know. And
I agree with that.
Yeah, and so we try to live up to this persona, and it's killing us, man. And you know, we refuse to give and bear and be transparent. You know what I mean? Which leads to the third thing. There's a difference between transparency and honesty. Honesty, you could be honest. Transparency is you are forthcoming about your honesty. So I don't have to ask. I don't have to probe you for you to give this.
Yeah.
Transparency is like you're giving it before anybody even asks.
And
we have a lot of work to do when it comes to that. You know, so
I feel like that's an area that we all struggle in. Because transparency is also vulnerability.
Absolutely.
And you're talking about telling people where you are. And I think one of the things that we see most about vulnerability in this day and age in the internet space is GoFundMe.
Yeah.
People are like, I need help.
Yep.
I'm going through something. And to me, that's the hardest part of our walks, is to bear it all online.
Yeah.
Like, it's different when you go to somebody and you say, hey, I'm dealing with this. I call you and I say, yo, Phil, I'm dealing with this, bro. And I just, I'm struggling. But when you tell everybody you went to high school with, everybody you went to college with, every family member, every stranger, what you're going through, that's when it becomes more of a, man, I don't want to be vulnerable. And I think a lot of people stay in silence because they don't want to look that way.
Yeah.
You know, we got a brother in this space that recently came out with a GoFundMe. And I had been telling him, like, yo, bro, we need to know your story. We need to be able to help, you know?
Right.
And when they came out with the GoFundMe, it was like people just raced to support the family.
Wow.
And that's what we need. And so, yeah, man, I feel like your album, many tracks speak to us bearing it all and understanding that we just cannot do this on our own.
Can't, man. Can't. It's not a battle that God set up for us to do alone.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he put people in our lives, and that's why we have something called community that's super important. And forsaking not the assembly and really of the brother and having and loving your neighbor as yourself, because you take care of each other. Just like you said, prime example. I'm sure it took brother a lot, that dude a lot, to come out and just bear himself like that. But when you do, you can reap so many blessings and the benefits, man, that you'll be like, wow, why did it take so long for me to do this?
Yeah.
Because we struggle with letting go and letting people in our space.
Yeah.
And because we're living up to something, or we present this, like I said, this persona of, especially if we're artists. If I listen, if I'm an artist and I've been doing this as long as I am, and I got a chain on and I got a car, I got a nice house, I'm rich, I got money. He ain't got no problems. He ain't got no problem. He shouldn't have no. He couldn't have no problems, and that's far from the truth.
And you never know, man. You never know. I saw a brother the other day, a brother of mine, and I was just admiring his car game. I was like, man, BMW, Mercedes, and I was like, yeah, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. And I talked to him one day, and I had no idea what his situation was. And he was like, yeah, bro, I'm on my way to chemo. And I'm like, man. And you would imagine that, you would trade it all.
Yeah.
You would trade it all for your health.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at Steve Jobs, somebody who would probably be like, bro, billionaire status, nothing. I want my life.
Yep.
You know? So, no, I get that part. Man, you know what? Tell me how you came to know Christ for yourself.
Man, it was really community. It was really seeing a group of young people sold out for the gospel, sold out for Jesus, and were
Yes.
pursuing me in ways that I thought was weird at first. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, what y'all, you know what I mean? What y'all on right now? You
Yeah.
know, because these were white and black people. You know what I mean? And I come from a area in Duval County, man, out east, man. You know, and
I was gonna say.
yeah, it's you know, like seeing white people in my neighborhood was very, you know, just very abnormal. It's just very far fetched.
Yeah.
But man, they were evangelizing, they were outreaching, and they were coming in my area, spending time with me. It wasn't just about, hey man, you need to come to church and do this, that, they was coming in the park. You know what I'm saying? Bringing all type of tension to the park, because it's like, you know, my homies and dope dudes in the park, they looking like, yo man, why you bringing who these white people? You bringing the police in the park? You know what I mean? But these people were very adamant about pursuing my life, white and black, and you know, they were a community of young people that were a few years older than me, but they were still young and was on fire for God. And then along with people that I met in this church home, that when I first became a Christian, where I started going, they were doing outreach. They were meeting the needs of the community. I saw it. They was giving out food. They was making sure people had medical supplies and all type of things. They were being the feet of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And it really drew me to, like, man, let me go see what it's all about. Me and my homeboy, like, we're going to go see what it's about. You know what I mean? And little did we know, we going for one thing, and God had a whole plan for us. And that's how I really became a Christian.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. Yeah, I didn't realize the magnitude and the weight of growing up in Duval until I met Brinson, and he explained things to me that I was unaware of. And then it started to be real. You started to hear about statistics and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And it's one of those places that's hard to get out of.
Oh, man.
It's hard to get out of, man. So thank God that you did.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's been like for you, man, with like just the whole scope of your career and how it's been able to touch lives and change your homeboys, even in that fact.
Man, you know, I'm blessed. I thank God for the opportunity to constantly be just in this space to where people admire what I artistically bring to the table, bro.
Bruh,
You know what I'm saying?
it's heat. It's
And
fire.
you know, and I've always been adamant in artistry about making sure that I have something to say, and I think that's what I think that is what kept me as long as I have. I've never been the type of I just want to make some songs just to make people happy, and gimmicky and dance. And look, and it's nothing to people that do that.
Yeah.
That's just not my lane. And I think I've just been fortunate to stay not only relevant, but stay sharp as an artist, you know, and present good music. You know, at the end of the day, man, people like good music, bro. And if you having something to say and it's quality and it's bringing a message and you're presenting a story that people can connect with, I think that's so. I really have been able to do it with that, with a host, with me being a singer and a rapper, somebody that leads praise and worship, you know what I'm saying, in church, seeing where I come from and then be like, yo, how this dude come from where he come from and doing what God got him doing. You know, it's always been like, well, who is he? Is he a rapper? He's a singer? Does he do it? And, you know, I just want to be all that God has called me to be. So.
Yeah. You know, let's stay on that, because you mentioned this to me at the very beginning when we first sat down and started talking off mic, that you had experienced church hurt.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people go through, but they stay silent about.
Yeah.
What was it about your experience that you felt you needed to take control of the situation and move away from that toxic environment?
Well, I think people have to understand that wherever you go, where's people gonna people.
Yeah,
you know,
people,
like Jonathan been real to say, I love the song "People Be People" all the time. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you're in a space to where people are, it's bound to happen. I think what me is that I understood the importance of valuing myself and my well-being, and my mental space, you know, and my mental health, and like the space between, you know, what God has called me versus what I can bear. You know what I'm saying? And that's always been a thin line, because God, you know, spaces can be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that's when God get work done. You know,
Yeah.
I've grown, and He's chiseled me amongst other people, and I've had the blessing of being developed in the fire, and really seeing myself consumed by all type of experiences, to where now I'm kind of well rounded when I deal with church people, when I deal with giving my testimony about, man, I just want to leave that church, man. They just, you know what I mean, like they just ain't no good. Well, I mean, wherever you're gonna go, you're gonna find that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that what's important is that people understand that line, what you're willing to sacrifice. And I think at the moment for me, I was at a place to where I now needed to walk in the protection of not only myself, my mental health, but my family, my home, and what was best for me. And all in all, it was a toss. It was a toss between that and just it time for me to leave. I think God Himself was saying, okay, I've gotten you to this place where now I need to go to another stretch, and it's not going to be here. And you got to learn now to let go, forgive, walk away in peace, leave right. Because if you leave right, you know what I mean, you can always plant yourself somewhere, and you ain't got to worry about, you know,
That's good.
because it's gonna happen again. You know,
That's good.
Yeah, so that's that to me. That's the blessing in me being able to say, okay, God, I see you. Let me go ahead on and navigate and move myself from this space. You know what I mean?
That's good, man. That's good. Talk about the merch, man.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, with the album, we was like, yo, we got to get back on it. I have been very fortunate to have a Blessed with the Sauce line for as long as I have. It is going crazy right now. I got bear merch, Jesus bearing it all. I got You Looking at God's Work. All of that is available on my online store. If you go to bigfil.bandcamp.com. I'm doing a Black Friday special right now. Look.
I saw it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we doing like a crazy discount. If you use the discount word BARE, B-A-R-E, you going right now, you get everything, man, 25% off. It's like $10 off on hoodies, tees. Like, it's going crazy. I got CDs. I actually have a book, 21-day devotional I did with Bear to line up with the album, and which is available, that we're going to start promoting actually as of the following week that's coming. You know what I mean? I did a 21-day devotional so you can walk through the album and understand. I wanted to give more detail to what I had experienced in my journey with therapy. I've been going to therapy for the past year, and it's been life-changing.
That is good. That is good.
Yes, and I wanted to tap in and give more details to help people say, if somebody's on a rope about, hey, you know, I've been thinking about this, yo, no, go ahead on and do that, man. Go ahead on and do that. If you got the capabilities, because everybody doesn't have the means to be able to go and sit down with a counselor and a therapist and do, but if you do, it's just a great opportunity, and it's well for you to do. Ain't got to be nothing wrong. It can help. They can help you to get to that next destination.
And that's been the stigma with men, especially African American men in general.
Absolutely,
is that therapy is seen as a weakness, or it makes you look soft or something like that. Yep. And when I first tapped into therapy, I was just like, bro, this is good, because I'm no longer talking to myself. I'm listening back at somebody who's listening to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can't do that with your homeboys. Your homeboys be like, well, you know, it is what it is. But that was good, man. That was really good for me. But in all totality, man, I mean, you've been doing, you know, praise and worship. You've been doing the album. You've been doing the speaking. What are some things that God has done in this season that you just completely were blown away by?
Man, what's crazy is that a lot of people will probably assume musically, artistry, but what he really has been doing is helping me to disconnect my identity from what I do. And learning to be accepted just for who I am, Philip. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Big Fil. He has been taking me through the ropes and just taking me through the fire and really bringing healing and bringing security to me as a man, saying, I accept you.
Yeah.
You're messy. You're sinful. You got a lot of issues. I accept you.
That's big. That's
I accept
big.
you. And that's probably the biggest. And I got so much issues, bro. I got
Yeah.
a lot more that I'm working through.
Yeah.
Man, it's stuff I got that I couldn't tell nobody still right now. But I'm learning to accept me for me so that God can heal me and deliver me and change me. That's what transformation comes when you willing to say, yo, I'm jacked up. I need this.
Yep.
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 And that's what he's doing. And now I don't have to live up to the expectation of people just so they can accept me. You know?
Yeah, but that's, man, that's a word for somebody and for me. So I'm glad you said that. Last thing, man, you've been doing some really cool things with the album where you've been doing line for line.
Yeah.
Where you talk about like you take a song and you ask people about you break down the line in the song. We also got the version of line for line as well.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Let me
That's
ask you
right.
this. On this project, would you be comfortable and would you see it sonically if we put you up against Rick Ross?
Let's do it.
That's what's up.
I get that. I get that all the time. So
Man.
in my mind, I was like, he might say Rick. He
Yeah.
might say Killer Mike. He might say anyone of them. Let's do it.
That's
I would
the
love
feel
it.
you get when you hear the intro.
Oh man.
You just come in like, I mean, it's great, man. So I'm gonna definitely tell DJ Jeremiah that.
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell DJ Jeremiah that.
Let's go.
Bro, this has been a great conversation, man. Great interview.
Yes, man.
I'm so glad you got to Atlanta to tap in.
Yes, bro.
And man, happy early Thanksgiving to you.
You too, man.
You and
Shout
your
out to
family?
you. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Trackstarz. Y'all been doing it for years, paving the way, man. Listen,
you, man.
It's a blessing. I was on my way over here talking to, you know what I'm saying, somebody, and they was like, oh, I know who they are. I've heard of them. I heard of them. Brand new Christian, new to the things of faith.
Wow.
So that's a blessing, man.
It is.
Y'all been trailing for a minute.
Thank
So
you for being a witness too.
You know it. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
And so tell everybody, man, where they can find you on social media, how they can support you, and what to look out for next.
Oh man, so make sure you go. All my social media is BIGFIL 904. That's Big Fil 904. That's Instagram, Facebook. That's TikTok. That's all of that. You know what I mean? The album is coming out. I mean, the album is out.
Yeah.
We finna shoot some visuals. Like I said, we're releasing the 21-day devotional coming the first week in December. Single, we're gonna do a new single, Made Away, that's gonna be coming out real soon. You know, some more visuals. Like we pushing this album, and then I'm gonna get on the road, man. So, you know, tap in with me. Like I said, my online store, bigfil.bandcamp.com, and you can find me on all social media. Hit me up, you know what I'm saying, and I hit you back for sure. You know?
Yeah. Speaking of that, bro, I love the visuals for Bear It All.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Man, camera game is tight. Who did that?
That was shot by JG Director. He's a dude out of
Word.
Duval County, man.
Okay.
He does a lot of work for a lot of artists. Work for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
He do a lot of work, and I've been tapped in with Buddy. We've been working together for years, and he was like, "Yeah, let's come through. Let's do that."
Yeah, y'all lost Will Thomas to us.
Ah,
He's
yeah,
ATL.
yeah.
He's ATL to his heart, man.
He ATL to his heart. He say he'll never want to come back to Duval.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know he said all that. All right, man. Well, thank you again so much, bro. Good to talk to you. Good to chop it up with you, man. And, yeah, I hope that we'll see you real soon again with Trackstarz.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right. Listen, make sure you go like and subscribe and support Big Fil in all the areas that he told you he was gonna need your support in. Hey, Black Friday, man, go out there, support the line, man. It is a beautiful, beautiful line. So make sure you do all the things that you need to do in order to show your love and support to my man, Big Fil. You're in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. This is the Independent Artist Spotlight, and we out. Peace.